Okay. We are live and just waiting on our starting soon screen for about 9:15. We got about 10 minutes to chill, say hi to people if they roll in. I'm going to send you this.
Boy.
At some point, I'm gonna
hugging on to Raven.
Aw. I'm gonna have to go upstairs because I'm starting to get cold.
Yeah, you should do something about that.
I have a jacket. I've been wearing a jacket all day until we got back home. And now I'm cold again.
Good job.
Hi, honey. You are so right. I could wear that. Ooh, good point. I will be back after getting changed. Please keep the guests entertained.
23. Hi, Emily. $25, but that's funnier than 24. What about 23? Hey. You lost me. No, we'll explain when she gets back. Okay. I'm counting on that explanation. Because this dummy is lost.
Okay, so Emily told me that you did not understand that reference.
She is correct.
Give me a moment. Let's see if I can find the one. That's the one. It's a Blink-182 song. The song is What's My Age Again?
Beautiful.
I actually shouldn't be playing this on stream, so...
Yeah.
To be noted, the song lyric about this is... And that's about the time she walked away from me. Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Oof.
About the time she walked away from me, nobody likes you when you're 23, and are still more amused by TV shows. And what the hell is ADD? My friends say I should act my age, but what's my age again? What's my age again? What's my age again? Anyway, back to the regular stream playlist, so we don't get copyright
regularly
struck.
scheduled programming.
So we don't get copyright struck.
Good job.
I forgot that my phone can connect to the computer via Bluetooth, and if I select the song on my phone, it'll play through my headphones and Spotify on the computer.
Beautiful. Good job.
So that's, that was almost bad. Anyway. Gonna launch blueprints. And swap to this one. There we go. And we actually have to make sure it's capturing the right screen, because sometimes it does this for no reason in particular. Where it just captures my Steam page instead.
Oof.
There we go. Alright. I have no clue what I'm doing. So I should probably check controls.
It's probably a good idea.
System menu, tab to open the blueprint menu, R to open your room directory, shift to stroll, soft toggle or hold, mouse sensitivity, field of view, smooth look, and you can invert look directions. Let's leave everything where it is there, just in case. Let's start a new game. Hey! Hi, Dylan! We just got started.
Hi, Dylan.
I'm doing really good. Emily reminded me that I had a really cute sweater dress to put on. It is so cozy, and I feel so cute. How are you doing?
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Huh. Cool. Day 1.
A1.
All right. I can just kind of look around, see all sorts of things. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one footstep. When you no longer have any footsteps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Take the notes. What do you mean, take the notes? Actually take notes?
Take notes.
Well, yoink. The Mount Holly blueprint. Like, take notes. Gotcha. This will serve as a useful map and an inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. So there are only 2 blueprints that I have, technically. The entrance hall and an antechamber. On your computer or a piece of paper, yes. We've already looked at this. And I will take notes when we get to a point where I need to. Because this first room teaches you only the very basics of the game. That is an ace of spades. The queen of diamonds. On that wall. I have no clue exactly what it is that I need to remember about anything. So, give me a moment. trying to think what I should do here. Da 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 da. Give me a sec, because there we go. I am doing my best here to make sure to get my things open where I need to. In order to get a a text document open in the first place, because for some reason my computer does not want to do that. Give me a second. I will be I actually can't
no.
until I go through a day. I won't be able to do it. The room you are in will be in the bottom right corner. Rank just means how far up you are in the floor plan in relation to the antechamber. The room you are in. And open only in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads." Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. All I know right now is that in this room there is a Queen of Diamonds and an Ace of Spades. Those are the only things that appear noteworthy in this room, other than there's a painting here that's not quite properly aligned with the wall.
No, it isn't. That's weird.
Well, left, right, or forward? I
Good
don't
question.
think there's a correct answer here. Because I have no clue exactly what to do here. I can go back out to the grounds, also, which I did. And that counts as leaving a room.
Oh, of course.
Huh. Okay. If I find a crowbar, there's a door here.
Are you sure that would open with a crowbar?
I would assume so, or maybe an axe.
Yeah, I would assume it opens with an axe.
A crowbar could be the exact same thing, though. Because you could pry them off board by board.
Wouldn't be as effective as chopping it up.
No, sure, it wouldn't be. You're correct, but hey, it's certainly an option. Okay, this is certainly spooky.
Spooky.
And I can't go anywhere this direction, I don't think.
I knew as soon as you walked into the spooky cave, I had to do it.
I'm gonna cry. Why would you do that? That was so mean.
Love you too.
Okay. So that's what was down the stairs there. I can go back this way. Through the gate. Private drive, the grounds.
Well, that counted as leaving a room.
Correct. I'm getting a lay of the land. Quite literally. I can't go this way. Hey, Emily, could you do me a favor? I need to take my E and my Spyro.
You haven't done that yet?
No, because I was busy getting ready here. The campsite.
Really?
Due to the rules set forth in your great-uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Nothing else that I should be taking right now. The mood stabilizer and a little snack would also be a good idea.
Nah.
Because I have to take that with food. Due to the rules set forth in your great-uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night. The campsite is a separate room from the grounds, technically.
Yep. Toaster!
Toaster!
Hi, friend.
Huh. That's a padlock into an orchard. And obviously, I do not have a, I do not have a passcode. And with a 4-digit code, there's no way I'm guessing that.
Yeah, there is.
There is a very unlikely chance that I will guess what it is.
You only have 10,000 numbers to flip through.
Yes. 10,000 of them.
I got you. What? Don't do that. I got you.
Thank you.
Peanut butter crackers, strawberry wafer bar, the pill, and then your estrogen and styro.
Thank you. I just need one of each of those, and the one of these.
I'll take the pill bottles back up.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Just one, please. I'm sorry, I don't need to take 20. There's no reason for me to take 100, or not 100, 40 milligrams of estradiol at once.
But the boobs will grow faster.
I will die.
Forced feminization by overdosing on hormones. Oh no.
Oh no. E.
E.
There we go. And with the estradiol dissolving under my tongue, we're back into this.
Yay.
There's something here that has a warning. Those are warning stripes. Okay, you are welcome to steal my chapstick anytime. That's not really theft. It is chapstick.
Only if you let it be.
Or I let it not be theft. I have chosen to allow this.
But then it's not as fun.
Fair. Alright. That brings me to 46 by coming back this direction.
Good job.
$45. This one is not opening.
Clearly not.
Wonder why.
It's just saying no.
Ah. It's probably locked from the other side.
Wouldn't be surprising.
Alright, which means we're back in, and we're back to the choice I had earlier. Left, right, or forward? Emily says left. Any other votes?
I say I have no idea. Literally go wherever.
I know it doesn't. But since I'm trying to get kind of a gather on what things look like, I want to know everybody's thoughts on which way they would proceed when given this option.
I'd probably... I don't know.
Presented with a room, you do not know where any of the doors lead. You may go left, right, or forward. Which room would you go into first?
They locked you in a room? What kind of room?
A rubber room with rats?
But what did the rats do?
They went into the room to the left. Ooh. Gain 2 footsteps if you go into the bedroom. Gain 2 items in the closet or a hallway. The question is, do I want to just gain energy back, or do I want the items?
It wouldn't gain energy back, it would just be a freebie. Unless you were to chain 2 bedrooms together.
No, you would... Oh, yeah, you're right. You would get...
Because you spend 1 to enter and 1 to leave, so you break even upon leaving the room.
You technically gain 1 energy upon entering the room.
Which is then immediately spent upon leaving, so you break even upon leaving.
Note which direction the doorways lead when you draft. Suggest having your map open. Gotcha. So this would have a door to the right side upon entering a bedroom. A closet would just dead end. And a hallway would have a right path and a forward path. I chose the closet because 2 items is pretty good. A key card. And a green gem.
One gem.
Of course, that counts as 2 energy, too. To
Yep.
get 2 items.
Was it worth it?
Oh my god! Bunk room counts as 2 bedrooms. That does gain energy. But that would also provide me with only 1 door to go through next, and I would have to. Gems are for drafting certain rooms. Like a den. The parlor is a puzzle room, it looks like. Wait, it doesn't have the power of 2 bedrooms? It just counts as 2. I'm not sure what the difference is.
That doesn't make sense.
It counts in terms of what kind of room it is. But why would that matter? You know what? Fuck it. Let's do a puzzle. If a room says for every bedroom you have. Oh. Fuck it. It's puzzle time. The parlor. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in this box. It's the liar's puzzle. There's a wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back, involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game. When I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. As always, your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, and the other 2 are always empty. So, one box is telling the truth, one box is lying, and one box may either tell the truth or lie. And only one box has the gems in it. Supposing that this box is the one that is telling the truth, the gems are not in the white box. This box is lying. This box says they are not in this box. So that stands to reason. This box is also lying. The gems are in this box. That means the gems have to be in the blue box. If this one is lying, the gems are in this box. This one lies. The gems are in the white box. That's correct. This one lies. The gems are in this box. Then the gems are in the white box. If this is the one that's telling the truth, then this one is lying and says it is, so it can't be in the black box. We know that for sure. Supposing 2 boxes tell the truth and only one is lying, though, changes this. I have no idea at this point.
Well, here's what I can tell you.
It's either in the blue or white box. That's all I know.
All 3 boxes would be telling the truth in one case. For one box, all 3 boxes are telling the truth. For one box, all 3 boxes are lying.
Yes, the black box, all 3 boxes tell the truth. If it's in the white box, all 3 are lying.
Which means, by process of elimination,
It has to be in the blue box.
we already know exactly which one it is.
It has to be in the blue box. Because one has to be truthful and one has to lie. Hey! Thank you.
Money.
Many. And that means we can now proceed forward, or by forward, I mean left. Baby's
It's at least
first
some
parlor
sort of
game.
forward.
Money if we go into the pantry. There's a bathroom, which I have no clue why we would care, and a hallway. So, what happens if we have a hallway that has a door that leads to the closet? Is that just a false door?
It's a Luigi's Mansion door. It just smashes you against the wall.
Ah, that's funny. Yay, Ventomp! Tree baby! Because these two doors would both have a path that leads to a fake door. Luigi board?
Law Wegboard.
So, that's a question I have for Emily. Does it give things away too much for me to ask what happens if I have a door line up with a place that would technically be impossible for it to be?
What? I think we should find out.
If that's the case, then we don't use the pantry. We use a hallway because that'll allow me to go to another room. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Ah! It's a boarded up wall.
Well.
Also, doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Interesting. There's a spiral staircase. Bedroom, guest bedroom plus 10. Yo! That's crazy.
Looks like it's only a one-time thing. But, yeah.
It
pretty
is
crazy.
so worth it, though. Because now I just backtrack a little bit. But first, Sinclair. Just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I will open up the map again here in a moment. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles, and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. KL. The map looks like this. In order to get back to here, I would use 1, 2, 3. 3 footsteps to get back, giving me a net positive of 5 footsteps, I think, in order to get back. Also, a key. A spare set of car keys.
Honk honk.
Doggy. Rare keys. That tells me nothing, other than I now have keys.
You do, in fact, now have key.
49, 48. $47, $46. I should probably do a pantry here or a bedroom. Because the storeroom means that I fucked myself. Can't go
It would mean
anywhere.
womp womp.
I wouldn't be able to go anywhere if I chose the storeroom. I would have to retire. I think we take a pantry here. And gain some money. apple! Which gives me footsteps back. Yo, that's awesome, actually. A cheese
Hey, apple.
grater.
Apple. Apple.
Hey, apple. Hey apple.
Hey, apple.
Bridget,
Apple.
please
Hey, apple.
pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. So, this tells me a hint mathematically about what apples, bananas, and oranges give back in footsteps. Because eating an apple gave me back 2 footsteps. For 5 apples to give back 2 footsteps, that's 10 footsteps for the apples. That means there are 40 footsteps between 5 bananas and 5 oranges.
I don't think that's what that means.
That is, because it's 50 footsteps extra. Pick up some more fruit, because there's a guest exploring. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. The apple provided me 2 footsteps.
Should be more than enough to explore.
Then why provide those at all?
Just in case. I don't know.
50 steps should be more than enough. They would need to provide extra. I'm pretty sure that means that given any day, there is 50 extra steps, apples giving 2 steps for each. It's not a mathematical puzzle, it's just mathematically showing you what apples, bananas, and oranges give you when you eat them.
I still think you're reading into it too much.
Spare room, commissary, items for sale, 1 gem requirement. I'm correct. There is a lot to this game, girly.
Well, gosh, Emily, if you know so much, maybe you should be accompanying Nova here.
You know my wife gets EP. It's obviously her time for bed. She knows too much. That's the issue. You've seen nothing
I know
of
too
this
little.
game. That's kind of the point. I know literally nothing about this game either. You're in this with me. Commissary gives items for sale. The problem is I have no idea if 4 coins would be enough to buy anything. And the only way to find out would be if I were to go in. But it seems rather wasteful to attempt to go in without. There is a den that has a gem in it, and there's a spare room. That one I have no idea if it's worth going to the commissary yet. So I think the wise play is to pick the den or the spare room. So let's do the den. A candelabra that got knocked over. There's a clock on the wall. A bat. There's a gem on the book right here. Bing! That looks like a pawn. Yeah. I was right. That is in fact a pawn. I wonder if that knowledge will be useful anywhere. A pawn in the den. Emily, this would be great if I could actually write down my fucking notes. Unfortunately, I cannot. Because until the day ends, I can't open a text document. Drawing room. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. Interesting. So it allows you to re-roll. I may need a notepad or something. This allows me to re-roll when drafting from here. So let me do that. The drawing room. There's a telephone. There's some in your drawers, yeah. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Very interesting. It's just the same pictures over and over again. Doesn't look like there's anything interesting in here. If I go this way, this actually takes me backwards. So I would probably want to go this way. Chapel. Whenever you enter, lose 1 money. A bedroom, and a commissary again. These all, except for the chapel. And that is whenever you enter the chapel. Meaning if I have to backtrack, I lose 1 too. I think I honestly want to redraw. Kitchen. Food for sale. Nook has a key. Bathroom. Lavatory. We'll take the Nook. There's a key in here somewhere. There is a rook in the Nook! That's funny. Yep, rook in the Nook, pawn in the den. Storeroom. Corridor is always left unlocked. Spare room. Take the corridor. A hat. I wonder if the paintings are important anywhere. A padlock. I shouldn't have walked like that. I'm an idiot.
Good job.
Bedroom. Each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 has been reached. There's not much of a point doing that yet because I'm only at rank 3. a clock, and a lock. Bedroom gives me 2 footsteps back, so I break even upon entering. Greetings from Reddington. There's a finger pointing down here. Like a puzzle cube of some kind there. There's a pawn in the bedroom, too. There's an origami crane in here. There's a lot of geometric shapes. There's a fishing rod. Looks like I'm taking the spare room. In the spare room, there is
I don't like
nothing.
how this is a... I don't like how this is such a liminal space.
Yeah, it is a little creepy. Door's locked. I have to use my key. Courtyard, passageway, chapel. Passageway is kind of nuts. That gives me 3 more doors to explore. Courtyard gives me 2 more. Chapel also gives me 2 more, but it costs money to go through.
Might as well be a troll bridge.
Yeah. Let's take the passageway. Kind of neat. I'm at rank 5. Dining room. Might as well do that. Because I'm almost to rank 8.
Getting close.
That'll give me food. But I have to come back 2 rooms for it. Rank 6. There's a pawn in the dining room.
How'd that pawn get there? En passant? Did it do the funny French move?
Locked.
Oof.
Also locked.
Oof. Womp womp. Looks like it's time to conjure a key.
Security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. Boiler room. Power source. We're starting to hit puzzle stuff. So when they say all items currently in the house, Emily, this may be a question for you. Is that all rooms that you've already been through, or? Okay, then yeah, we go through security. We get a cutscene. Cool. All rooms that you have already drafted. And upon returning, any from future rooms you draft. Blue memos, true. Red memos are lies. Mount Holly security. View the estate inventory. The following detailed list of items currently is in the house that have yet to be collected. None. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. Set security level. High. Since I have a key card, yeah.
Keycards.
I have a key card. And key cards are reusable keys. I do not have the terminal pass. Speaking of a key card, boop. Well, I only have one option really here, because I don't feel like using a chapel. I can't believe I had to use a key card to go to the bathroom.
Womp womp.
There's soap. HSS 10. That's probably important, but I have no clue where I'm gonna use that. It does not appear that there is anything else in here, in the bathroom. Other than a couple murals. Yeah. Means I can go that way. Laboratory. Experimental house features. I don't have a gem, is the only problem. But I can go to the boudoir.
You know, putting that bathroom there prevented you from going deeper into the house.
Currently. Because I can go this way.
Hmm.
Okay, there's a safe that was wrapped in wrapping paper. There's gotta be something else important to this picture that I am missing. But I have no clue what other context there is other than the fact that that safe is wrapped in wrapping paper. Is there anything else of import here? A black silk sleep mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5. Oh, that's so good. Oh, a safe. The problem is I have no clue what the passcode would be to that. Because it's not like I can zoom in. Because that's gotta be the same safe that was in the picture. Rooms with safes, the answer to them can be found within the room. There's a ballerina here. They can be found in the room. That appears to be missing its overcoat. Huh. Interesting that that is winding, but there's no music playing. Can be found in the room.
Would have to be wound faster.
Yeah. The question is, what is... Finding the answer to this is going to be a little bit more difficult than expected, because it's very obscure what they're trying to get at here. Merry Christmas.
Oh.
I'm fucking stupid. The question is it Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? It was not.
Now, the real question is it American calendar writing or European calendar writing?
Yeah, that also changes things. I mean, it was Christmas Day. American. Four. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If, through your silence, you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year, Daniel. That must be my character's father. Nursery. Whenever you draft a bedroom, game 5 footsteps. Terrace. Green rooms, any room with a green border, does not cost gems to draft. This is a dead end, but from this point on, if I draft a bedroom, I gain an additional 5 footsteps. Let's do that. There's a gem here. A children's book. The Red Prince. This has to be somewhat related to The Blueprints, the name of the game.
What? No.
There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad. A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. That's honestly like a really sad children's book. I'm gonna be honest.
At least it's not like German children's stories.
Sure. There's also a rook a pawn in this room too. There's the Queen of Diamonds again. So there's a pawn in the nursery also. And at this point, I have to start heading backwards to the passageway. Wait a second. Ah, shoot. I had to backtrack through here. I didn't see this. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password starts with an S. We also know that these red notes are false, and the blue notes are true. Because of this. Blue memos are true and red memos are false.
How do we know we can trust that note?
Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. We don't know if that's true. We love Ms. Babbage. We have not drafted
Question everything.
this room. There's a bunk room here. There's a courtyard, and there's a great hall with 7 locked doors. That's awful. And I would have no way to get any more keys.
Would you?
Yes. All the doors are locked.
Not all of them.
7 doors locked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 locked doors.
What about the eighth? What about the eighth door from the other room you haven't mapped out yet?
How would I get there?
By backtracking to the drawing room?
Ah, I'd have to go a very long way around to get there.
Surprised you didn't map out that room first.
But that is a long way to backtrack.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful not to block yourself off. I do have one that I have not drafted, yes.
And how do we know the Great Hall won't have electronically locked doors?
I guess we don't.
Exactly.
I guess this is how we find out. It won't. It's all keys. Too late.
You should have said that sooner.
And now I have to backtrack all that way. Thank you both. Congrats, you've both fucked me over.
Because of course, it's my fault.
Something else in here that apparently I haven't read? Or is that telling me there is something in here to be read? Because I'm pretty sure I already read this. Oh! Reddington! It's a red note. Proceeding all the way back to the drawing room. There's a window here. It's just showing in your inventory that you found one. Office. Opportunity to earn money and spread money. I don't have the ability to do that.
Ooh, a key.
Here's the problem. That's a dead end. I will fuck myself over almost. I have a ton of locked doors, though.
Exactly, so you should take the key. That is guaranteed.
I guess. Walk-in closet.
I don't know why you're complaining about a dead end in a place where there's a fine spot for one. It's not like this room could link to anything else.
Sure. There's also a pawn in here. It's also the number 10. Again. Here's the other problem. I now have to go all the way back this way.
All the way back. Have fun.
Now here's the question. Which door do I open? Because there are 9 locked doors that I can go through.
You open the one to go to the next rank in the dining room.
Which would get me to rank 7.
Yeah.
Because when I get to rank 8, I can come back. Adds locker room, sauna, and pump room to today's draft pools. That's really
Utility
my only
costs.
option. Because a breaker box will not help me very much, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
This
and
is
Temple will just steal your money.
exactly, and I want to keep my money.
I mean, what are you even going to use your money for?
A shop if I get one. I have no clue how much money stuff in the shop counts for, though. Ooh, that is a security door. Let me also look around in here. Pool rules. This is a blue note. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. It's not a blue note. The blue notes look the same. Honey,
This is just
it's a
pool
blue
rules.
note.
Goober.
It's technically a blue note.
I love you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so low.
That one's locked,
Oh,
which
by the way,
means I go this way.
Because you have no key, but you have card key.
Yep. Mail room. Secret passage. Dark room. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. But gives me 2 doors I can go through. No. Yes? No.
No, only one.
Only one.
What about the secret passage, though?
Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Mailroom. A package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room.
Please bear in mind I am on a call and this is live, so please try not to be too loud.
did you just move?
It's okay.
No, I am not muted.
We can't hear hardly anything. There's a black pawn in the secret passage. That is the first black chess piece we've seen.
Huh.
Now here's the question. Which color do I want? And why is
Good
the answer
question.
bedroom? Why is the answer purple? Takes me to this room. Pantry has a blue border. Storeroom has a blue border. So, looks like spare rooms, passageways, corridors, hallways. Spare rooms are blue borders. Purple is the superior color, obviously. See, toaster
You definitely
kits.
want either blue or purple.
It's locked.
Womp, womp, womp.
Which means I'm trapped now.
Game over.
There is nothing I can do anymore. I'm officially trapped and have to go to the next day.
Looks like you're retired.
Pretty much. Because there's nothing else I can do. I didn't get to eat either. Because I was a 1 rank shy.
Too bad.
Here's the other question. I have the car keys. I have no clue what those are for. Other than, surprise, a car.
Who would have guessed?
Ooh, wait a second, wait a second. Five apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. There's a room with a car in it. Sad.
Meep, meep.
5 apples, 5 bananas, and 5 oranges.
Yeah?
The orchard had a padlocked gate. If I can figure out what the other two values are for oranges and bananas, I think that padlock will have that be its answer.
There's one problem with that.
What?
Padlock has four
Four
digits.
And with values of 5, that's not going to work. For a total of 50. Unless the first digit is 0.
I don't know. I think it's time to start trying all 10,000 possible solutions until one of them clicks.
Well, if my guess is correct, then the first digit would have to be 0. Which means the second digit is 2. We have neither found an orange or a banana. And that is 40 total between 2 sets of 5. So it could be 4 twice. But for some reason I doubt that. Or, and hear me out, we just go to the next day.
Or, hear me out, we start going through all 10,000 possibilities.
I do not feel like doing that. I would be here
you're
for
no
literally
fun.
hours.
You're no fun.
I'm a ton of fun. You're just being mean. All right. It's your funeral. Well, somebody thought this would be a great usage of my time.
I was joking.
Yeah, sure. You'll spoil where this code actually is. I assume that whatever's over there isn't important. Alright. Where is this code actually? What location is it actually in?
Well, it's just gonna be in the house in a room you haven't found.
I would assume yes. It's probably... Yeah, you said you would. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Also, I did not see this. I assume this requires a screwdriver.
Hell yeah, I'll brute power. Actually,
That was a threat for if you kept trying to brute force it. Oh. I can make a wish. Because I had an extra coin. I don't know if that does anything.
Here's the fun part of trying to brute force alarm bypass, Toaster. That's 3 times as many possible codes. And you can't just sit there forever. You get like 15 minutes at a time.
If you want, I can go back and I can keep brute forcing it. You can find it in the mansion, but you can't find it today. It's in a room I didn't visit. I would assume it's probably in the kitchen, which I didn't go to. I didn't ever draft that. Which means it's time to just end the day. I will answer if you are able to find the code that day if you ask. Right, I actually have to do that. Total rooms 23, rank reached 7, steps taken 73. Day 2. All right. Corridor is always left unlocked. A hallway. And a nook.
Key.
A key would be good.
You're gonna want keys.
Yep, we found that out the hard way. A
Semi-easy medium
note
with a touch of
reveal.
hard way.
There we go. This is what Emily said. The developer tells you explicitly you should use a notepad or something. Which means I need a notepad. And I don't feel like getting up right now.
Well, that's too bad.
You're right, that is too bad. I guess I'll go without notes.
Or bug your wife for a notebook.
I'm just going to let her do with that what she wants to know. Blech. She'll do with that information whatever. Money! Money!
Money.
Utility closet has a breaker box. Lavatory. Pantry! Gib. Banana. Okay. Banana gives 3. So apples are worth 2 and bananas are worth 3. That means I should be able to find out what oranges are worth. It's 10 plus 15.
I already know based on that.
It should be
context
5.
clues. Yep.
Because it's the Pythagorean theorem.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I would hope you're just kidding. Because that's not a right triangle at all. Heck, I don't even think you could make a triangle with those side lengths.
2, 3, and 5.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible, Carly.
Alright. Here we are again. The parlor game. I wonder if the notes changed on these. You are in the parlor. This box is empty. The blue box is true. I am, in fact, in the parlor.
I think we know which
And
box
this
has
box is true. The blue box is true. This box cannot be empty.
Hmm.
You smarmy motherfucker. Yeah. Bedroom. Storeroom.
Ooh, another key. And since you made a wrong turn, that storeroom is actually probably the best bet.
Yes.
Unless the closet is guaranteed to have a key card.
It is not. It is 2 random items.
Question is, do you take the key, or do you chance it for a key card?
I'm going to take the key because it's guaranteed. Also, we got the car key last time from in there.
No, you got the car keys from a different room.
Doesn't matter either way. Observatory. +1 something for each time you've drafted observatory. I mean, sure, why not? I have the gems. Gain a star every time you draft an observatory. I don't know what that means, but that's okay. The Fixed Stars. The Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Fen Arias Bird and Sons Publishing, 1809. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, +1 gold. The Twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. The Slice gives you 3 steps. Dimondus Minor gives you a gem. The Southern Cross. Rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. Clavis, the key, I'm not sure, gives you a key. Dimondus Major gives you 5 gems. Draxus the Dead. Dead end rooms are more common today.
Oh no, Draxus the Dead.
The Sale. Everything is 50% sale. Ah, that's stupid. 50% off. Florealis, Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. Okay. So, using this would tell me what I would get. Being able to see what stars there are. Interesting. Okay. I see what this puzzle is. The problem is I don't know how to
Uh-oh.
Okay, that means I have to do that one last. Or in some other random order. I have to turn this one first. Because then I can move this one up.
Alright, Toaster. Get some sleep, friend.
Alright, have a nice night, Toaster. And we rotate this one this way more. There we go. 1. The North Star gained $1. Sad. That's all it was $1.
$1.
$5?
bad.
That's outrageous. Nursery.
$1.
Early
$1.
nursery.
Wow. But is that really a wise decision?
It's a dead end.
Exactly, so is it a wise decision?
In my opinion, yes, because I can still progress through the entrance hall. Assuming that the game doesn't fuck me over and give me 3 dead-end choices, I'm fine. But what are the odds of that?
Not as good as the odds of getting a locked door.
I have 2 keys.
Fair.
There's a gem. There's the Red Prince's book. Is there anything else in here of any import other than the white pawn? Nothing I can think of. There is also a white knight in here that I didn't even notice. There's a white knight in the observatory.
What's he doing in there?
Well, I fucked myself.
You called this upon yourself. Good job.
What are the chances? She says.
You've done it now.
Sale! 50% off on days 20 and 21. There is also an arcade cabinet. That's a reference to the Call of Duty Pack-a-Punch machine. There's a trash can. Magnifying glass, sledgehammer, sleeping mask, running shoes. The only thing I would be able to afford is the magnifying glass. Magnifying glass. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. There's literally nothing I can do to find out more info there. Without her. With bridge. Red note. The commissary will be closed from day 12 to day 16. Sorry for any inconvenience. Staff notice. I still don't know what this is exactly. Swan Song is the terminal password.
Okay, there we go.
That would be awesome. Anything of further note here? No. I have all these extra footsteps and nowhere to go.
You done this to yourself.
Oh. This is big. The fact that I found this. Antechamber appears to be sealed by all four sides. Must be a way to open. The without. What am I supposed to be seeing here that I'm not? What are the pictures? A bridge and a bride. Oh, okay. To keep note. There was a rook in the nook. The commissary has a picture of a bridge and a bride. And if I go in here, is there anything further to note regarding the book here? Probably not.
That's why.
Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 11, 12, 15, 20.
Nova,
What? What does a bridge
count the
have
number of
that
stars
the
in each
bride
constellation.
doesn't? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. You're right.
They're not page numbers.
Why are they labeled like page numbers?
To mess you up, obviously.
Should ask with and without. What does a bridge have that a bride does not? Oh, the letter G.
But what about the letter G?
Look at more pictures. Interesting. It really is just the same book. Unless there's something different about this image than the one that is in this actual book. There is something different. The book within the book doesn't have a rose.
Huh. That's probably just an artistic oversight. Because look at how in the book within the book, the illustration is spread across the 2 pages, while in the actual book it's only on 1 page.
That's
It's
true.
an artist. I chalk it up to artistic oversight.
Look at other pictures. Queen of Spades. Or Queen of Diamonds. Ace of Clubs. I don't know what I'm supposed to be gathering based on this. Things in this game are intentional. The word you are looking for, Emily, is intentional. Because intentional is not a word. Those are prayer
Nova, you know
beads.
your wife is dyslexic.
And there's a crowbar. The art did spread over 2 pages in the book. In the real world book, too.
Not to the same extent. Not on that page.
So, these are prayer beads. And this is a crowbar. What are these supposed to have in common? Or rather, what am I supposed to draw a conclusion about? The difference between them?
Who knows?
Oh! A crowbar is used to pry something open. And they are praying. Pray versus pry. The difference between those is an A. That makes a lot more sense now. That's flan. And I can't tell what this is. These pictures in every room. This is a flan. But what the hell am I looking at? What is this picture? Dad. I have literally no idea what this picture is even supposed to be.
Your guess is better than mine.
All I know is it's got to be related to this.
Wait. No, I know what this is.
That's a flan.
But what is a flan?
A dessert. Oh, it's a desert! On its side. Ass. The pantry is easier. Oh. Hey, wait a second. Stairs and stars. There's an eye.
But do these actually mean anything?
I would assume they do. Or else Emily wouldn't have pointed them out. The problem is, I don't know what this is trying to tell me. Queen of Diamonds, Ace of Spades. Everything in this game pretty much means something. I just don't think...
usually play brain-breaking puzzle games like this.
This isn't even a brain-breaking one. Emily's right.
Mm.
Everything is available for you. People have been able to beat this game on day one in-game.
Oh, obviously. Doesn't mean anything to me.
Sure. Just remembered. I don't know what this does, but if you have an extra coin... Boop!
I have a theory as to what making a wish does.
Hmm.
I'll have to wait and see.
I just don't think you've played any puzzle games quite to this degree.
Mm-mm.
Rank 1. 2 new
Oof.
rooms. Emily, you're right. This game is awesome. I am so glad you persuaded me into this. My mom got me into these types of puzzle games. Honey, did you ever play the game Myst? Because I think you would like that one a lot. I might as well start with a closet. No. Okay, there's our first thing. That is also a crow... Okay, it's the same puzzle. The difference between pray and pry. There's also an... Oh, that's the item. A sledgehammer. Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks.
Wait. Wait.
What?
Wait. Go to the orchard and smash the padlock.
It's not a locked trunk, though.
But it's a padlock.
It very explicitly stated unlocked trunks.
It's at least worth a try, okay?
See, it doesn't even give me the option to bring that out.
Bad.
Can shatter padlocks on locked trunks. This game was in development for around 8 years. That is a very, very long time for an indie game to be in development. We're looking at you, Hollow Knight Silksong. No one has found any oversights yet. There's a storeroom here. There's the parlor. And the den. Do I just immediately hit another dead end?
Absolutely. Grab the key.
Yeah.
Never know when you'll want a key.
Okay, this is a different version of this storeroom. That is a pin, and this is a pine. That one's pretty easy. Corridor or nook?
Yeah.
You're right, that's probably the best choice. And this is Bridge and Bride again. There's still a rook in the nook. Sure, I've already read this, yeah. Pantry, which would dead-end me instantly.
I think it's parlor time.
Yep, or hallway. Look around this room more before you leave. You saw something. Yeah, it's parlor time. But before I go in there, you saw something else in here. Oh! Hello! More keys! That was, in fact, a locked trunk.
There.
More keys! This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. This one has to be lying if for both of these to be true. That means it has to be in the blue box. Again.
Okay.
We have 4 keys and 4 gems. There's the drawing room, which is honestly a pretty good take. Gives me 2 more doors. While the pantry would put me back to the center. And the spare room would lead me straight across. I think I like the drawing room. I mean, it is quite literally the liar's box. It's just the liar's puzzle. Something a lot of people are very familiar with. A lock and a clock.
I don't get the purpose of these puzzles.
Also, that makes me very uncomfortable. The portrait has a fixed gaze. Pictures don't normally do that.
Portrait is watching you.
Exactly. That makes me incredibly uncomfortable. Forward or right?
Mm.
We'll go to the right this time. Security. Early security is good. Because now we know the login for this.
Wonder if memos are different.
Possibly. I think it's all capitalized. Yep, there we go. Staff services. Punch in, out. Staff announcements. Request schedule change. Special orders. Temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly, and all domestic staff has been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more detail. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Aww. Request a schedule change. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. Special orders for all members can take 1 to 3 days. What would you like to order? Oh! You can request a very specific item. We've seen the magnifying glass, and we've seen the sleeping mask. I wonder what the other... And we've seen the sledgehammer. That means we still have yet to use the shovel, running shoes, metal detector, and a brass compass. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using RTA. No other terminals are currently connected. Electronic mail. You can pick one. Yes, I gathered that I could pick one, honey. I was pretty evident. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently, this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Anyway. Special order. Let me request the brass compass. Data transfers. Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. Glossary of terms. Addition. Okay, this is the glossary for in-game terminology. Bedroom, call it a day, color. Ah, that's good. Violet is bedrooms, orange is hallways, green are for green rooms, yellows are for shops, red are for red rooms, and blue are for blueprints. Dead end. Directory, Dirigiblocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of bored members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Draft pool, drafting, draw. East Wing. Entry. Estate. Actually, now that I think about it. Floor plan, gems, glossary of terms, and the glossary of terms. Gold. Green room. Grounds, hallway, house, history, inventory, items, keys, key card, door, locked. Mechanical. Network, permanent. Rank, rarity, redraw. Red room, reset. Security locked, shop. Special floor plan, special items, spread. Stars terminal. Tomorrow, trunk, and west wing. Anyway. From this room, I can go backwards. There's a black
Are the memos
knight.
still the same?
The memos are, I guarantee it, still the same. Go back to the computer and connect to another computer.
It's not possible without having logged into them.
Correct.
First,
It doesn't say that you can. Remote terminal access. It does not let me do that.
See? You'd have to connect to them from the other side first.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't currently exist in the house.
Observatory, guest bedroom, breaker box. I still have no clue what the utility closet does. What having a breaker box can do.
Well, what do breakers do?
They turn off the power, yeah, but I don't know how that helps me.
Well, only one way to find out.
Yes, you can still connect to them when they aren't drafted, but only after you've turned them on. That's okay. We'll do this instead, because I'm familiar with this. Ampersand. Sand. And. Oh, this one's already lined up properly. 2. The twins. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. They are both unlocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to come back this way anyway. Or backtrack, rather. Regardless. Let's go this way. Commissary. Hallway. Den. The den. That is a match. And a tree. I don't know. Oh! That's a fire, and this is a fur.
Hmm.
That made a lot more sense after thinking that one through. Fur and fire. No, Emily, obviously it's match and tree.
Through the fur and flame.
Money! And a key! Ooh! The key to the secret garden. I'm guessing that's good, given Emily's reaction. I'm actually gonna go back this direction for a sec. Spread a gem in each green room.
What green rooms?
You can try that key on any locked door.
I think the correct answer is to go for the corridor and try for another room beyond.
A guest bedroom. That's exactly what I was looking for. I have no clue what they're going for with this one.
It's a stag and a tag.
Oh. I was trying to think what a moose and a 10 had in common.
I don't get the significance of these letter puzzles.
Because I guarantee there's a word puzzle that utilizes these somehow. A cart and a car. I keep wanting to use M to open up the blueprints because I'm used to M being map. Ooh, dice. A pair of ivory dice. While drafting, you may use a die to roll new floor plans. That's pretty awesome, actually. Boop! The key does not fit on this locked door.
Womp womp.
But I do have 5 regular keys. I also have $15. I can go to the commissary. That's honestly pretty good for me right now. Salt shaker, shovel, sleeping mask, metal detector. The sleeping mask is good. That is worth taking. I'm also going to take the shovel. A garden shovel. Looks like it could be useful for digging.
Digging someone's grave, perhaps.
A graph?
A chart and a cart.
Ah! There we go. Nope, sad. Ah!
Womp
Game.
womp.
The game's being mean. Pantry.
At this point. Yeah, pantry's probably a better idea. An apple.
Courtyard. I have a shovel. A gem, a key, and coins. A rather dirty coin can be spent in shop rooms. I do not have a key card.
That could be bad if you get stuck behind needing a key card.
Nursery. Kitchen. Chapel. Honestly, I have 9 coins right now. I don't plan on needing to go back to the commissary. But the kitchen does sell food. Let me go to the kitchen.
It also doesn't steal your money when you walk through.
Correct. Banana, club sandwich, tomato soup. +5 for every red room in your house. Beef stew pie. Served only in the dining room.
Plus 20.
10.
That's an additional 10 if you have a boiler room.
Interesting. Club sandwich. Might as well buy it. Give me some more steps. A stag and a stage. I assume, Emily, that this is the room that has the puzzle to get into the orchard. That was my assumption. But I don't see where that hint would be given. Wait a second. 2, 8, 5, and 0. Because the main course is free. Vault. I have no gems. Spare room. Utility closet with a breaker box. I would have to use the spare room because I do not have the key card. I don't have enough gems for it.
A shame.
And I can also redraw. I have 2 dice.
Well, you've got a free room here. No point taking a reroll now when you could use one when you're perma stuck.
Yeah, that's true. Rank 7. Hallway, office. We take the hallway. A crow and a crown. There's a red note in here. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Which means that's false. The rumpus room, the pool, and a bedroom. Which puts me to the antechamber. just sealed in on all sides. I would have to find a way there.
Oof.
Reddington. Oh. There's an origami crane. That is a hose, and that is a house. Is there something I'm missing in here? Oh, that's the secret garden. I can dig up a bunch of stuff in here. Some coins. An old tin can. Worthless, not worth picking up. Well, too bad, I did.
Womp womp.
Oh, the moon thing. There's a necklace on that woman that looked like this. No clue which way this should be turning. Okay. That makes sense. So this way turns it... Hey, winds! South.
No, they're both turning different ones.
They're both turning different ones? There's only one, though.
No, there's multiple arrows there.
Oh, you're right. There are 2 arrows. 3 arrows, actually. And that top one appears to always be turned to face that way. Oh! There we go. Wait a second. That opens the anteroom on that side.
The west side.
The west side, which I am currently
Which
on the
you
east side
can't access.
without a key card. High winds. I am very distracted.
Oh, time to go looking for a place you might find a key card.
Conference room. Whenever items would be spread throughout the house, they are placed here instead. Was the key card wasn't in a bathroom last time. I think it was in a bedroom.
I thought the car keys were in the bedroom. The key card was in that entryway closet.
Yeah, it probably was. Key card was in the closet. Conference room. Red note, safe code 9083. How is that supposed to help me if the red memos are bad? Wait a second. That's a key card.
That's just it. It's not.
That's the electronic key card.
Oh, cool.
That was easy. Now I just backtrack to the security room, or not the security room, which one was it? That had that courtyard.
True, actually, yeah. Go back to security and increase the keycard rate.
Because I'm almost out of regular key. Actually, I am out of
You
regular
are out of
keys.
regular keys.
Yeah. I went into a room without meaning to. Rip. Don't forget you can set how often they appear. Don't forget to look at what the secret garden does. Well, I knew what the secret garden did. Dining room looks to be my only choice here. And I've been to rank 8.
Better hope the door on the far side isn't locked.
It's true. Spread fruit throughout the house. It was not. There's the garage. Of course. Now when I would want the car keys. 3 keys.
3 keys, but it blocks off the entrance, blocks off the path.
That I
So you
would
can't
need
take
to
it.
travel. We take the West Wing Hall.
Also, you need
literally
to go to
have to.
security and increase. You've been to security this run, right?
Yes, I should have gone
You should-
back
Yes.
earlier. It's a long retrack back, but
You have plenty of steps. You are fine.
just make sure I'm going the right way. Because while I have a ton of steps... Also fruit that's been
Ooh.
spread around. That is correct. Ooh, an orange! Nom 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 nom. 5. Keycard system.
banana.
Keycard system settings. So if I turned the power off, it would just open every single one of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though because I now have the key card.
I'd still unlock it, and I'd still set it to be unlocked anyway, just in case you do need to turn the power off or something.
Okay.
Because the doors won't respond to the key card if there's no power.
That's true. View the inventory. Oh, view current inventory. Also, banana.
Yum, yum.
5 fruits. That's all we are missing currently, is 5 fruits. Did you mean the Shenanigang Discord minus Kim?
Wow. Poor Kim.
I'm saying that because we're all queer. She is in fact our token straight. It's fucking locked, of course it is.
Womp 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 womp.
That one's also locked.
Wah, 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 wah.
Alright, I have 2 doors, 3 doors that could potentially be open. One of them is here. This one's unlocked. Secret passage, dark room, billiard room. We haven't done the billiard room yet. But... If I chose a secret passage, it could potentially lead to a closet if I just select a blue door. But I don't have a gem, so it doesn't matter. Let's do the billiard room. A pilot and a plot.
Arts.
I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm pushing buttons. Oh. Oh, right. This game requires math. There was a hint on how to do this earlier, but I don't remember.
Blue is addition.
Yes.
That one I remember.
18. That means this is 11. Negative 10 and 18. Question mark?
Probably 8.
Negative 7 and 10, that's 3. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay. 2 times 3? I think is what they're going for here. That was it. Good. A key. Silver key. Leads to a room with many doors. Now we go back to the west wing. Although, I can... Yep, that's what I thought. I actually don't want to go through that door anyway. I want to go to the room north of that west wing hall. Wait. What? Right, that's not the room I wanted. It's this one. Gymnasium. Aquarium is every color of room. But I don't have a gem. So my choice is either chapel or gymnasium or reroll.
I would reroll.
Darkroom, chapel, gymnasium.
Oof. Probably take the dark room, honestly.
It's okay. One more try. Use both of my rerolls, it's fine. But it looks like the dark room.
Still take the dark room.
Ah, it's very dark in here now. It is very, very dark.
Well, that's a key card room.
Yeah, here's the problem. I
Well,
don't...
there's only one you can take. Because no gems.
Thank God it's a room that has an exit. Alright. And there is this, which has the same answer.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yep, it always has a gem. And it's the same note inside in the boudoir.
Number 4.
Locked!
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
There's only 2 directions I can go now. That West Wing hall door is locked, and the billiard room that connects to the same door is also locked. So there's only one room I can go to. The room south of the conference room.
You could try going east of the dark room.
I could. That's also true.
You could also try going north of the secret garden.
That door was locked.
Was it? Did you try it?
I can do the 1 gem required room here. Fuck it. We ball. Of course. It's a
We
walk-in
ball.
closet.
Four
A
items left.
cupcake. Now, what is the last item? Or was that all 4 of them?
That was only 3.
Oh! Hello. Car keys! Damn it!
A shame you don't have a garage.
Alright. Then there's only 2 doors now I can use. I need a key to get through the boudoir to get to the antechamber. I have to go that way to get there. The problem is that I don't have a way to open the door in the antechamber to the room.
Oof.
Wonder what they're trying to get off with this. I mean, we know that's a tag.
Could be being referred to by another word.
Yeah, it could be.
Brain no likey.
Regardless, I have to go this way. I believe this door was locked. Yeah. This is the only door we haven't checked yet. Also locked. All doors are locked.
Game over.
Is there anything else I'm missing?
You could go back to security and double check for scattered items. But other than that,
Yeah.
nope, it's game over.
It's kind of what I thought. Because the last time I checked at security, all that was available was fruit. Five fruits. That's it. We're just out of luck. Unless I have enough money to buy something at the commissary that's valuable. I only have $4 though. Wonder what the salt shaker was for. Not like I can find out. Tell me what? Oh, sure. What does the salt shaker do? Makes food more tasty. Gotcha. I kind of gathered.
Tasty.
We got close.
You were close.
We got very close. Alright. I think we're probably going to call it there for now. I might be up for a little bit longer, but I've pretty much done all I can right now of this.
Yeah, it's pushing midnight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was the be right back screen. You're right. That's on me. I think the game is fantastic. I adore it.
I think it makes my brain hurt.
That's kind of the point, though. It's a great puzzle game. The only one of our friends who is currently live is Shara. We haven't dropped in on her in a while, so why don't we go ahead and throw it over to her? She is playing V Rising. That is a great game. Think like Diablo, but a vampire-based base building game. And that's about the closest I can compare it to. It's pretty neat. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for coming in tonight. And make sure to give Shara all our love. Have a nice night. Bye.
Bye.